Hello guys and welcome. This video is a full setup and installation of the Burglar Alarm system. Now I didn't do any research or watch any YouTube videos on how to install this system at all. I installed SimpliSafe a few years back, so I kind of thought it should be sort of similar. And I also wanted to give the viewers, you lot, the sort of feeling that you just bought this product. You don't know how you're going to set it up, and you're just going to follow the instructions and just roll with it. And that's what I did in this video. I make mistakes so you don't have to. So I really hope you enjoy this. Let's get started. You do get a setup guide included in the box as well. We'll try and sort of follow that as well, but I'm hoping it should tell you everything you need to do in the app. It also gives you a rough time, depending if you're an apartment or house, like 30 minutes or to an hour. To a large house, 90 to 120 minutes. I'm really only going to be installing all the stuff in the living room. I might put something on the front door, I don't know yet. But let's jump in. Hopefully step-by-step installation. It's going to take a little bit longer than maybe it would do to a normal person because I'm filming it as well. But I'll try and gauge a sort of a time frame it took me and how easy or difficult it is. Let's go. Okay, I'm going to pop my phone up there and we're going to delve into this app in the Play Store. I've already searched for it. Boundary. That's the app. It's got 1,000 downloads, 4.3 stars. Right, let's install. Open. Quick download. Nice. Now, I believe we need to create an account or log in. I believe if you bought this online, if you bought this setup, then you can use that email that you've used to place your order. Okay. I'm going to create an account now. Okay, so that seemed easy enough. I've verified my number. Okay, so now we're at this page, so we need to set up a boundary system. Let's go. Type your postcode below to search for your address. So you need to put your address in. That's fine. You know, I don't want you to see my address. Okay, so sort of scan past that bit. So I'll scan past that bit. It's basically selecting your property and the sort of the location. Obviously, I don't want to show you where I live. Installation. Who will be installing your Burglar Alarm system? I'll be installing it myself. Enter the 6-digit pairing code on your hub above. So we need to get the hub. Right, okay. Right, so it's not completely obvious. There's no 6-digit pairing on here. So I'm guessing you have to turn the hub on. It's not told you to turn the hub on. So it's not completely foolproof. With me, it needs to be foolproof completely. Type-C connector. See if we can get some power to it here. Okay, it says loading now. See, already. Where's the 6-digit thing? Right, let's look at the manual then. Download the app. Step 1. Choose whether to fix your hub to the wall. Position your hub in a central location so the signal can reach, blah, blah, blah. Right, okay, so I thought if I just, because the first step was download the app, wasn't it? So I thought then the app would then show you exactly what to do, but that's what the setup guide's for. So I was just trying to be smart. So we need to connect the hub to the Wi-Fi and then you'll get a pairing code. Okay, so we have power. I'm just powering it temporarily by USB Type-C from my PC. There's also the hub stand here, which I'm going to be using, or I'm not going to mount this to the wall. So we need to connect it to a network. Let me pop the password in. Right, password's there. I'm assuming you click that. Right. Great, doesn't tell you why. Let's try again. Right, I'll just put it in again, just to see if it was a typo. connection successful. So I'm assuming there was a typo somewhere. It didn't tell you exactly why it didn't connect, it just said unsuccessful. Now, firmware update. Network, I've already connected. I've already connected to that, unless the firmware update has wiped it, I don't know. Right, it's asking me to join again. Yep, successful, good. Okay, so we now have the pairing code. This is a 6-digit pairing code, so now we can switch back to the app and start putting that in. Pairing successful. Now obviously you need to make sure the device you're using, your phone, is on the same network as this this base. Otherwise it's not going to pick it up. It's ready to pair sensors. Continue setup now in the Boundary app. Okay, I'm going to create a 4-digit pin here. Okay, room setup, continue. Right, so you get presets in here then. So let's have a look at the living room. Let's have a look. Oh, you have to select it and continue. Right, so I need to select my first sensor. Okay, so I've selected, to start with, the contact sensors. Ready to pair. I'm going to click continue now on the app. Oh, allow. Yes, this is going to have access to the camera to scan the QR codes. Here you can see my feet. Right, so we need to get a sensor out of here. One sensor there. And still one sensor, that's just the other part. I'm not going to be using the screws, but I'll be using the sticky pads. Okay, so there should be a QR code somewhere. Okay, so I have to refer to the manual here on how to remove the back from the sensor. Put a screwdriver in here and twist, it says. Right, there we go. Cool. They have access now. You don't pull that out until you scan the QR code. So let's go ahead and scan the QR code then. Okay, you can now pull the battery tab out of the sensor. And now you can see the hub is including device, which must mean adding device. Pop this on. Pairing successful. Okay, fantastic. So we're nearly good to go. We can install this on a window or a door, which I'm going to do in a moment. Now on the app, it does include a video here, sort of telling you where you can install your sensors for your windows and doors. Okay, that's good. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is, well, let's name this living room. Let's just put back door. Let's turn that on. Let's save that. Living room, yeah. Okay, so that's that one added. What I'm going to do now is just go ahead and add the other one exactly the same way. Okay, pairing successful. That is great. So I'm just going to name this one. So this is going to be back window. It's going to be in the living room. Let's turn the on entry exit route, save, device has now been added. So I've got now both devices added to the system, and I'm going to install them. I don't want to mix them up. So these ones for the back window, and these ones are for the back door. Now we're going to install these, well, this one's the door. We're going to install this one on the door. This one is on the stationary frame, and this will be actually on the door where it swings open. As you can see, when you take them apart, you see the blue light flashing on there and back when it's connected. Okay, let's go and install this, and then we'll install the window one as well. Okay, I'm happy that's installed. Now, there is a bit of a lip, so there's like a drop there, isn't there? This is where I'm obviously going to put this one now. Let's see if we get, well, let's see if we get a light. Okay, so I do have a problem. It's not picking that up there. It does there. Okay, so I've found a solution for my particular door. Obviously everyone's door is going to be slightly different. I've managed to mount it just on the corner of that frame running down. Okay, so we have both of those installed. And we have good contact as well. You saw the blue lights flashing when opening and closing. Okay, so we got around that issue. Let's do the window. Okay, works. Happy with that? Okay, so we have the window sensor installed and fixed, and we also have the door as well. You can see that there at the top. Okay, so now we're going to jump on to motion sensor. We have 4 of these. I'm going to show you quickly how to set this one up, and it'll be exactly the same for the other 4. So obviously we need to add another device and then scan the QR code. If you've got nails, you can do that, or you can pop in a screwdriver to get the back off and slide it down. Easier than the entry sensors. QR code is there on the back. Scan it. I can now pull the tab from the battery. All good. I can now pop this back on. So it's adding the device now to the system. So like the entry sensors, we're going to be using the sticky pads on the back of here to reduce the use of obviously screws and wall plugs. Keep it nice and tidy. So I'm going to put these on there now. So we're going to continue, new motion sensor. This is going to go into the living room as well, above my PC. Can't fit that all in. Living room PC, that's fine. In the living room, select. Okay, that one is added. That's the living room PC. Just actually flashed then because it detected motion. Now I'm going to add the other 3 and then we'll mount them to the walls. Okay, so we have all 4 motion sensors set up, added to the system. 2 in the living room, 1 in the kitchen, 1 in the hallway. let's go and get them mounted. Okay, the first sensor is going up. They recommend you do mounting it in the corner, which I'm going to be doing. 2.25 meters. I mean, this is the highest point in the room anyway, so it's going to have to do. Let's peel these as well. Yeah, I don't think that is going anywhere. Happy with that one. Let's do the next one. Now, the only problem you might have with this is replacing the battery. Or getting underneath here to take the tray away. You need to leave enough room at the top there, which I haven't. Okay, so it's probably easier to install the bracket on there first and then pop that on after. So in the future, if you need to replace the batteries, you shouldn't really have a problem. There we go. So we'll probably have to change the other one over in the other corner. So you do need to leave a little bit of room at the top. But hey, this is the whole point of this video. Step by step. If I make mistakes, you won't have to. Okay, so we have both motion sensors installed in the living room. Now I'm going to switch over to the kitchen. So the third sensor is going to go into the kitchen, above the window there. The corners of the kitchen are quite sort of cramped and we've got stuff in there, so we're limited really to where I can put it. So it's going to go above there. Okay, that's the kitchen one installed. So next area is going to be the hallway, and we're going to put it just above the front door there. Okay, so entry sensors and motion sensors are now installed. I've just briefly skipped past the Siren installation. You can add that later. You can add anything later to the system anyway. Now it's got user setup. So I'm the only real user for now, so I'm just going to click confirm. Keep my home as Paul's home as well. Complete setup. And you can see on the hub as well, it's finalizing everything. Would you like to set up geofencing now? We won't for the moment. This is the homepage, so living room, 25.1 Celsius. It's got a temperature gauge on there. We have the hub online as well. Also says the alarm is disarmed. I also have a message on here, tamper detected. That might have been when I was installing the sensors, the entry sensors. Hallway, kitchen, living room. So you have all the activity look and notifications for the alarm. Okay, so now I'm going to install the boundary hub in its permanent position using the hub stand as well. Okay, so we're now ready to install the Siren, or get the Siren added to the system. So in the app you can see the home page here, and you just go to settings at the bottom right and you can see outdoor sirens there. Click that and this is where we add it. Add new. Now I need to scan the QR code, but in order to do that I need to get to the QR code first. Got a couple of screws here to undo. Okay, so the siren opens up like that, and the QR code is just there at the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and scan that now. Okay. It does say about the tab and the battery. Oh, can't see anything. Can't find the tab for the battery. Right, there we go. The tab is in there. So it's not. You have to take that off first. Dot there on the end. Screw that back in. Pairing successful. Good. Now this will be mounted to the wall, but not just yet. I do want to test it indoors just to make sure everything's working with the app as well. So click continue. Outdoor siren, we can name it that. Yeah, that's fine. And there we go. We have it available within the app. Connected, tampered, no. So we go back to home. There we go. Hubs and sirens. Great. I think it's time to test. Okay, so now I'm going to test the boundary siren. I've got a phone here which is going to test the decibel levels. Obviously it's only an app, it's not a proper decibel sort of meter, but it should give you some sort of idea how loud this is going to be. I have no idea. Got the app open here, and if you click disarm there at the bottom, you can slide to trigger the siren straight away, which I'm going to do now. I'm going to come away because I don't want to be deafened by it. Go. Jesus crikey. That was pretty loud. Wow, what did that hit? It looked like it hit over 80 decibels there. Maybe like 85 decibels. Wow, that was super loud. Okay, so now I'm going to test the alarm system. So I'm actually going to arm all available sensors. We have a countdown. 40 seconds remaining. And then after this is armed, I'm going to get up and walk around and see how sensitive the system is. See if it picks me up. 2, 1. Okay, we are now armed. I'm going to get up, keep an eye on the app, and see what gets triggered. So, moving. That was really quick. That triggered. Let's have a look at this living room TV. So yeah, the motion detector, the motion sensor near above my TV that I installed detected me first, and then bang, the alarm went off. And I think I saw about over 83 decibels there. So yeah, let's go into notifications. Alarm restored. Okay, yeah. Now I wanted to make this video and purely to do it DIY, do it yourself. But when it comes to using drills, drilling into walls, I don't really have them tools here. So I've got someone else to actually install the burglar alarm or siren on the actual wall, which was easy. Step ladder, drill, a few holes. It's got a nice spirit level within the siren as well to get that super straight. That went on fairly easy. Okay, so next we're going to have a quick look at the key fobs that you get with the system. We have 2 here. We can set these up within the app. If you go to settings and key fobs, we have a user there, which is obviously me. You can add other users as well to give them a key. Click add, tap the key fob to the hub on the icon below the screen. So you can see the little wireless icon. That key fob has now been added. So you can see key fobs, users with a key fob, Paul Smith, and it's easy to unpair as well if you'd like to do that. So with your key fob, tap onto the hub, arm alarm, and it will arm your alarm. Okay, alarm armed, and then we can disarm with the key fob. There we go, simple. And then head over to the app. If you want to disable the key fobs, click the names, unpair, done. Simple as that. Okay, so in a moment I'm going to pop my phone up there. So the installation overall was fairly straightforward. I did make a couple of mistakes. The main thing is follow the instructions that you get with the actual system. In that booklet it tells you pretty much everything. It would have been nice to maybe have more detailed instructions within the app, but hey ho, make sure you do follow the booklet. But anyway, look, before you get the Boundary app up here, so you can set up biometric, which I have done here, so you can just use your thumbprint or fingerprint or whatever. And I'll show you now, because I've had it set up for a few days. This is how I've neatened it up. Originally, I just created one room, living room. I wasn't sure where the other sirens or sensors, were going. After I added all the sensors, I then added individual rooms and then added the sensor. So in the hallway, got the hallway motion sensor. In the living room, we have the two motion sensors and obviously the contact sensors, back door and back window. If we go back, and then the kitchen, just that one I added into the kitchen. You can do that by going settings and going to rooms and just add a new room, the top right there. Easy peasy. Okay, so that is what it looks like. It even gives you temperature, the outdoor siren as well. Click into that for a few more details. Connected, tampered, no. It is really easy and straightforward to follow. Now the main button at the bottom, disarmed, we have a couple of options there. I did show the siren in the video earlier on, but you can arm all available sensors. And there's also night set. Night set is good because you can set certain sensors to be armed at night, obviously when you're asleep. So if I did that, partial arming, so it's only going to arm certain sensors. And if we go over to the plans, when you do buy through Boundary, you do get the smart plan for free for a month. That's $9.99. But with the free plan, after your month's expired and you don't want to pay, you do get partial arming in there on the light version as well. You get Amazon Alexa support, arm and disarm from app, which is good, unlimited sensor and up to 5 users. And to be honest, I think on the whole, that light subscription should suit most people. Smart, there's geolocation reminders, so if you go out, it detects that you've gone out and says, hold on, do you want to arm your system? So you won't get that with the light version. That's quite a cool feature. And then the Pro, $24.99 a month, you get that immediate police response, 24/7 monitoring, free battery replacements as well. So yeah, I mean, this isn't a review as such. This was a full setup and installation to show you how to get everything set up and go over the plans and everything. But obviously we're using SimpliSafe in the past. It's very, very similar. You don't get a camera with the Boundary system, but I have been told they are working on a camera because people do like cameras. It'd be good if they get a doorbell as well. You know, integrate the whole thing together. That would be really good. But yeah, I mean, it's going to settings of key fobs. Tested the key fobs as well, which I showed you. That's really easy. If you want to lend a fob, might be to a family member, we don't want to give them the pin. But yeah, everything is so easy to use, guys. And that is one of the main things for me with a alarm system. You could get someone in professionally to install it, but it's going to cost you more money. This, you can do it all yourself really, really easily. So that has been the Boundary alarm system. Really hope you enjoyed the video. Really hope it's been helpful to get your system set up. The door sensors for me were a little bit of a problem at first. If you remember, I had to sort of tilt them to the right slightly, but they're still holding up and they're absolutely fine. So yeah, happy with the installation. Thank you all very much for watching, guys. Any questions, pop them down below. If you've enjoyed the content, a like and a subscribe to the channel would be fantastic as well. See you soon. Bye bye.